Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. Coming off a nice 4-game slate where the games all ended really early in the night. We have a nice 14-game slate for Friday. As you see, we went pretty light on the 4-game slate, but double my money, so happy about that. Cashed even with Yelich getting hurt in his first at-bat. It was a really low-scoring night, especially for cash games, but we finished on top. We have a nice Friday slate today. If you want to join us, you can visit the website, links in the description. Before we get started with the slate, please be sure to drop a like on the video and make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well. So starting off at pitching, we do have a lot of arms to consider, a lot of top arms, 3 guys over 13,000. On this slate, there's more than enough value that you can fit either one of these 3 guys in there, any one that you prefer. Personally, I prefer Trevor Bauer here at 13.3. He is in the best form as of late. He has 4 straight games over 30 DraftKings points. In fact, 5 of 6 games he's over 30 DraftKings points, and just has been mowing down teams, really racking up the strikeouts, as you see. And like I said previous time that I rostered Bauer, the Indians really let him pitch. As you see, the pitch counts that he has on some of these games are ridiculous. So 112, 118, 127. Every game he's going over 100 pitches, so that's nice that he has a long leash. It's something that we don't see a lot nowadays, but it's a great matchup. Oakland A's strike out a ton here, and he's pitching in the Coliseum, a great pitcher-friendly ballpark. So I love me some Trevor Bauer here at 13.3. Second pitcher, I like Marcus Stroman at 6,300. So Stroman was a tremendous pitcher last year and in years past. Got up to a rough start this year. It was probably he was dealing with an injury, then he went on the DL, made his return last week, and pitched really good against a pretty good offense in the Angels. He only threw 81 pitches, probably was definitely on a pitch count after he didn't pitch for over a month, but his pitch count should be up. I think he might be back to normal in this matchup. Good matchup here against Detroit. The Detroit Tigers do not hit righties well at all this season. They are 20th in the league in batting average and 26th in slugging. They're only slugging a combined 370 against righties this year, and Stroman does have good strikeout upside, and there are some strikeouts in this Tigers lineup, so a really good matchup here against all these Detroit righties, and he does have a lot of upside, so I love Stroman here at 6,300. Nice cheap price for us. Now, first base, I like Justin Smoke at 3,600. Really good matchup here against Liriano. I do like quite a bit of these Blue Jays, especially all the righties against Liriano. Liriano has really struggled against righties throughout his career, and he's given up a .410 slugging percentage so far this season. Smoke has hit lefties really well this year and in years past. This year he's hitting .286 with a .418 slugging, and it's just a really good matchup against Liriano, hitting right in the heart of the Blue Jays lineup that are implied for almost 5 runs on this slate. So I like Smoke. He's nice and cheap for us at 3,600 and does have a lot of power upside, as we all know. Second base, I'm going Moncada here at 4,500. It's just a great matchup. It's supposed to be 100 degrees in Texas. That's why the run lines look really inflated for both teams. Both offenses are not great, but in this ballpark with the temperature and with the pitchers are really bad for both sides. So that's why Texas is implied for 5.7 runs. One of the few times you'll ever see the White Sox implied for over 5 runs. And Moncada is the perfect play here at leading off for this team against a righty. He has crushed righties. This season, he has all 10 of his home runs against right-handed pitching, and he's hitting over 250 against them. Huge ISO as well. And Gallardo has been really bad this year to both sides of the plate. So I like Moncada a lot. Should get a lot of at-bats here, maybe even 5 or 6, depending on if they're able to put up some runs on the board, which I think they will be able to. Shortstop, I like Elvis Andrus at 4,000. He's pretty cheap here. There's a lot of guys that are priced above him, and the Rangers do have the highest implied run total on the slate. I've respected Dylan Covey this season. He's really a different pitcher than he was last year. He's really made a lot of improvements during the offseason. But in this matchup, I think we can pick on a couple of pieces against him. A really good spot here for Elvis Andrus, as I mentioned, hitting only 4,000. Great spot. He bats second in the batting order, and good numbers against righties this year. 277 with a .431 slugging. limited sample size as he was hurt for a large chunk of the year, but even last year when he had his breakout season, he was hitting righties really well. So I love Elvis Andrus at 4,000. All right, in the outfield, we go with Ian Desmond at 3,900. Really cheap price tag for Desmond. He's been raking lately. He's an absolute lefty killer, and Rich Hill has really struggled against righties this year. He's given up a 302 batting average and a 594 slugging to righties, getting a nice discount on Desmond, who does hit a lot better outside of cores for some reason. And against lefties, he's an absolute killer. 303 batting average this year with a 640 slugging. This season, he has 9 home runs and just 89 at-bats versus lefties, compared to just 7 home runs in 181 at-bats versus righties. So I love Desmond here. It's going to be really low owned on this slate. But there you have it. Those are 6 guys I got for you. Please sure to drop a like if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter at the DFS Process, and good luck today.